Why are people in the capital of Iran having their water supplies cut at night?
What is happening in Tehran is unprecedented.
And if it doesn't improve, could they be forced to evacuate a city that's bigger than London? Iran has always been a dry country, but they've had a long period of unusually low levels of rainfall. Tehran is now in its 6th year of drought, and this has left reservoirs very low. Some are down to less than 10% of their capacity. The problem is so dramatic, you can see it from space. This is the reservoir at the Amir Kabir Dam in November of last year. A year later, you can see just how much the water level has dropped. And it's a similar scene here at the Latyan Dam, pictured in June, and again after just 6 months. And this means there just isn't enough water to go around.
The situation is extremely bad. Iran has had an underlying and chronic water bankruptcy problem because of the mismatch of water consumption and water supply. On top of this problem, now the country is dealing with a severe drought, which is now in its 6th year.
These people are praying for rain. This isn't some historic event or traditional ceremony. This is just a few weeks ago in the Iranian capital, Tehran, and they're very serious.
It's over a month and a half since the fall started, but the weather hasn't got that cold, and there's been hardly any rainfall. The earth is thirsty and facing water shortage. Farmers have a lot of problems. That's why we are here to ask God to send us his rain of kindness.
Now, Iran isn't short on problems. The authoritarian regime there has been criticised for restricting people's freedoms, and the government's involvement in conflicts in the Middle East alongside their nuclear programme triggered American missile strikes on the country in June. But could it be water that is the next and biggest problem there?
What is happening in Tehran is unprecedented. Still, the taps are not fully dry, but there are service interruptions during some hours at the night. The pressure has been reduced. People are still using the tap water, but there are fears that day 0 might come. That's a day that the taps would fully run dry.
And then there are the problems for farmers who need water to irrigate their crops. This isn't unique to Iran. Many parts of the world are experiencing difficulties because of climate change, but Iran has pushed hard to grow more of its own food. And to do this, they've had to find more water, and they've used up supplies from rivers, lakes, and from underground wells faster than they can be replenished. Iran's president, Masoud Pezeshkian, has said if they don't have more rainfall soon, they might be forced to evacuate Tehran. This is a city of more than 9 million people, bigger than London, with 15 million in the wider area. The task would be absolutely huge. Some have even questioned if it is possible, but the fact that they're even considering it shows just how serious the situation is. They've also investigated using cloud seeding. That's using techniques to try to make it rain. But it's debatable how effective that is, and it's only any good if you have rain clouds in the first place. If there's no significant rainfall soon, the people in Iran will have to carry on praying.